Welcome back, guys. I am going to be going over my July goals. So I have my screen up, I have my July goals here to the left, and then I have my Pinterest board here to the right. So let me go ahead and open up my actual board for July. July. Okay, so I'm gonna get into everything that's on this board. I'm like zooming through it, but we're gonna leave that for now. And let's make my goals bigger. So the first goal that I have is feeling proud of myself. Sounds kind of cliche, but throughout June, I really was disappointed in the way some things turned out. There was a big goal that I wanted to achieve, which was moving. That didn't take place. That's okay. I've kind of moved past it, but I want to work on just feeling proud of myself, improving some bad habits, and just overall just not being a Debbie Downer. So that's my first goal. Then my next goal is to complete my July fitness plan. So that includes walking, can't even type, on my walking pad, and then doing morning Pilates, as well as my, put in quotations, conditioning routine. And so essentially what that looks like for my conditioning routine is I'm doing a lot of body weight things to get me started. So I spent all of June just doing Pilates and getting movement. I'm going to continue with that so I can continue to promote like flexibility and like core strength through the different Pilates workouts that I do. And then I'm going to be doing squats, push-ups, burpees, planks, and like other abs, kind of like the basics. And then next would be eating cleaner. So I have less sugar and salt here. Lately I've been eating a lot of sugary things, and I'm not even like a sugary person or like a sugar person. I really don't like sweets that much, but lately I have been having like cookies, cake, cupcakes, those types of things. I did recently just purchase a container from the grocery store of chocolate chip cookies, but that's okay. We have balance. I'm gonna eat them, enjoy them, but then once they're done, they're done. I'm not getting any more snacks. And then as far as salt, it was just a lot of like French fries with seasoning salt. If you don't know, I'll put up a picture of what seasoning salt is. It's delicious, salty, but delicious. Potato chips, that's another salty thing I would eat a lot of. Ramen, tons of sodium. So just like watching my sodium intake as a whole. And a part of eating cleaner is just more fruits. So let's type that in there. More veggies and less processed foods. Okay, next, which is like my favorite thing. Next, we're getting into quiet hobbies. And you're like, what's a quiet hobby, Cherie? I'll tell you, okay? A quiet hobby is just something that I can do, just me. I can turn my brain off. It doesn't require a whole bunch of effort. So that includes reading books. And I have two. I'll show you in a second. And playing. You guys all right? I'm just checking on the dogs because we went outside and it has been a huge heat wave. So I'm just making sure they're okay. They're currently cooling off, but I just want to make sure they're okay. They've had water. They're laying down, relaxing, but you know, I'm a worrywart, so I'm just double checking. Playing the Nintendo Switch and then writing. Okay, I was about to say, I know how to spell writing. Okay, I've been working on like my own personal little like short story, maybe a book, I don't know. And I had the thought today after I was like finishing up a chapter that like figure out how to get it to look like an actual book with like a cover and just have it for me. I think that'd be pretty cool. So then let's get into these books that I'll be reading. Oh yeah, I brought my Switch out just to show. So games that I'll be playing would be Mario Kart, Legend of Zelda, Mortal Kombat. I don't know why I just did that, but I love Mortal Kombat, and like when like they like scream it. Then Just Dance and Animal Crossing. I have not played Animal Crossing in like 2 years, and I'm sure my island is in shambles. Okay, books I'm reading. Still reading Sunrise on the Reaping. I am, let me see what chapter. Chapter 13. So far, I'm liking it. It's good. I just have not been in a reading type of mood, so I have not really been cranking out reading. The second book I'm reading is The Golden Couple. To be honest, I'm not really a fan of it right now, but that's because these authors, they're two women, Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. I have quite a few books from them. I have to be honest, I don't really like their style of writing. Not because like the books are bad, but just because it takes so long to get to the good parts. You pretty much have to get halfway through the book before it gets good. So it sounds like a me problem, not a them problem. Okay. And then no distractions. So no distractions. What I mean by that is like when I'm usually doing like my daily task or my day-to-day, I usually always have my headphones in. And it's crazy because I always have this case with me. Like my beats are always in. So I'm usually always either having like a podcast playing or some type of YouTube video or music in the background playing, or I'm talking on the phone. But I want to get to a point where like when I'm getting ready in the morning, taking my shower, getting ready to go to bed, I'm not playing anything in my ears. When I'm cleaning up, like I don't have to have something playing in the background. And then also when I'm journaling, sometimes I'll just have YouTube playing in my ears. I don't need to have that. I can just sit with my own thoughts and be in the moment and be present. So no distractions just means being present in the moment and giving myself space to sit in silence doing daily mundane tasks. Okay. I didn't define proud of myself just because I'm just really not sure what would make me proud of myself for this month. Maybe just following through with July's goals. This thing has stopped recording. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It stopped. This is my Pinterest board for July. I do think sometimes having a visual representation of the things that you're working towards can be very helpful. So as you can see here, the first thing I have is results require routine. Very true. You gotta have a routine. You gotta have a baseline. You gotta be after it. Next, no distractions. I went through the whole spiel, being okay with being silent and just being in the moment. Of course, I'm showing my quiet hobbies here, the Nintendo Switch, have some Pilates, and then walking because I'll be doing that. The Stanley cup here with the water because I'm going to be increasing my water intake. Journaling and writing. I do that anyway, but I want to stay consistent and continue to do that. And then Dear Body, I Love You. I love this one because I really want to treat my body better, treat it as a temple because that is what it is, and just take care of it and enjoy it because it's the only body that I got. I'm not getting another one. And then just more self-care things like taking the time to like oil my skin at night, give myself a little extra exfoliation, you know, things of that nature, just taking better care of myself. Here I have someone doing their natural hair. My hair has grown so much from when I last cut it off. So I want to prioritize continued hair growth. And then I know you guys see this here. I'm going to come back to this because I feel like that's going to be a rant. Reading, quiet hobby. Do it for your future self. I love this because, of course, you know, a month from now, I want to look back and feel like I've made progress and like I stuck to my word, but also it's more so like not just for like me months in advance or years in advance. It's like me in 10 minutes, me in 24 hours. The only way I can like do it is just give you like a real life example for myself. So with my dog's food, they have like this huge like 50-pound bag of dog food. And so if they run out, sometimes I have a habit of just waiting until after, like waiting until the next day to open up a new one and then put it in their bin. No, the moment it runs out, put it in the trash, open up the new one, put it in the bin so it's less hassle and like one less thing I have to do the next day. Habits and routine, like I said, You have to establish good habits and a good routine in order to see results. If you never take the steps, you'll never know what you can achieve, but also like it's the actual process and the steps and the things that you do to actually get to the goal that matters, because it lets you see, is this a goal I actually want? Am I doing everything I'm supposed to do? And you really learn a lot about yourself in those moments. Admire your own progress. It took everything to get here. Facts, okay? Take the time to acknowledge what you've done, be proud of yourself, and know you're making it. And then being grateful, okay? I think that's self-explanatory. Be grateful, okay? Be grateful. Saving money, yes, I need to save money. I have a savings goal that I want to hit by this time next year. So I need to lock in and save this money. And then, of course, I am proud of myself. I want to be proud of myself. Now, let's circle back to this little guy here, okay? Insta360 Luna Pro. That's what I want. They released the Ultra. I'm waiting for the Pro. This is what it looks like. And so my hopes, fingers crossed, and if this happens, I spoke this. I said this. I want them to release the Luna Pro, because if they do, I plan on buying it for July. Now, granted, I just said I need to be saving money, but I factored in the cost so I can do this and still stay on track with my money saving goals. Of course, I could get the DJI, but I want to be an Insta360 girly. So Insta360, if you see this and somehow miraculously you come across my videos, just know I like you guys. I want to be a loyal consumer. And, you know, I would appreciate it if you would drop the camera so I can go purchase it. That is my July goals. I've never done this before, or like talked through my goals. I usually write about them and keep them in my head. But if you guys like this, let me know. If you have goals for July, put them in the comments. I'd love to see them. We can cheer each other on. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll do like a weekly check-in, or maybe just like a monthly wrap-up. I don't know. I appreciate you taking the time to listen to me ramble and be all over the place. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. 2 a.m. I'm gonna take you away. Something moving on. Got me flying in my dreams right now. Da-da-da-da-da-da.